Hello Internet, it is Maria from Gloriana Spirits. I'm a little later than I usually am in the week for the YouTube Pagan Challenge. And that's because today is, I talked about it a couple of weeks ago, Caristia, which is the Family Love Day celebrated by Romans. It's also, Fastelavn in Scandinavia, which is very much for kids. So basically I've been spending, the weekend wasn't that great, and then I'd work today, so I'm just getting around to spending time with the kids and this. So week 8 is do you have, or how did you find your matron / patron? I'm currently in a weird place. I used to have Loki as a patron, and there are reasons that relationship no longer is there. Yeah, basically. But in terms of the matron-patron thing, I would say that my stuff really has more to do with my line of work. Note, and I may have talked about this earlier on in the videos, when I do the thumb thing, like, it means uppercase. It means it is capitalized. So, work. I do this in life. I do this in videos. It's basically my way of capitalizing shit. And so, the matron-patron thing is way more connected to a person's work. And since my work is kind of varied and it goes with different people and all that, I would have to say more that it is, my matron or patron varies by the day, and the job, because I do work for a council of gods. That's my job, and that's how it works. Kind of more on the patron end, I guess you can say, Blue would be my patron, but not really. He's a little shit. Reference. No, I love him. I really do love him, and I love the other one too. They're both amazing, and I don't deserve them, and all that wonderful shit. They're great. But considering, especially since I don't really do magic all that much anymore, it's just gotten to the point where I don't have a matron or patron anymore. I do teach a little bit of magic to certain people. Give me, like, too many seconds. I'm just gonna lift it up. You get a wonderful glamour shot of my bathroom. Alright. The guy who I'm helping teach Western magic, because of course I go to a native school, and so everyone's pretty much like 98, maybe no, like 97% of us are native. I am, but not registered. No. This guy's registered. Great guy. Fab. And this is the payment for the stuff we have done so far. He made me earrings, which is freaking awesome. I think I'll do a video of me wearing them later on. We also ended up doing the incense thing, which I did do video for you guys of me doing the incense thing. And so I will post that by the end of the week. At the very, very latest, if I don't post it at the end of today, after I post this. So that's going. yeah, so I don't really do much magic anymore. I probably will get back into it with starting to tutor in magic. And it's not really tutor, it's just he has been raised with native magic, specifically his tribe and all that, versus me, who has done a lot in the way of Western magic, especially that based in Scottish and Celtic lore, at least the magic from there. Of course, now my specialty is more Greek, but I'm still decently aware of magical stuff for all that. So I think I will try and be like, dude, considering you are trying to get into the Scottish and the Irish magic, would you consider wanting to find a patron or a matron? And so I'd talk about that. But for now, anyway, I don't have one. It's not super important to me. Yeah, I have my loves, but they're more like companions than a patron or matron. Yeah, I mean, we do stuff for each other, but that's how any good relationship would go. For a devotional relationship, though, I think that, honestly, it could be said more that it is in the realm of Lou and the other guy that I do that kind of stuff. Especially, I'm currently working on a collection of poetry, of poems, based on 24 different, let's say characters for now. 12 of them are based on Lou and people from his government, and then the other 12 are based on other stuff. Honestly, by this time, if you haven't figured out who the other guy is, I'm still not saying it in public, but if you still haven't figured out who he is, I'm kind of disappointed, especially considering you saw a whole lot of stuff for him in the, what was it, like the week 2, the altar video, which was like week 2 or 3 or something like that. No, because it was once I got back home, aka here in Santa Fe. So I'm like, which one was that? And actually I'm looking for it right now, so if that's why I look kind of weird. Yeah, it was week 3. Awesome. Oops, wrong thing that I clicked. I rearranged some stuff on my desktop. I currently also changed my desktop to be more suited to the guys. Yeah, and actually I got things for Valentine's Day. I ended up getting things for both Lou and the other guy. The other guy was super easy to get something for, considering I live in Santa Fe. And then Lou's was surprisingly also pretty easy, because one of the local high school teams is the Santa Fe Demons. So they have a Mephistopheles type mascot. So I ended up getting a shirt that's for the Santa Fe Demons, and I'm going to make it into a crop top. And then the other guy got something else, and it's kind of hidden even on my shit, and yeah. Alright, so... Oh, and how did I meet those two idiots? Again, irreverence, but not disrespect. I love them a lot. They showed up. In short, they showed up. That wasn't how the relationship started, but they just kind of showed up. Actually, yeah, it was Lucifer showed up in my sister's apartment during Christmas time. Well, I was in Arizona at my sister's apartment at the time, and the other guy showed up in the back of the truck while I was driving, while my dad was in a store. I was in the truck, and he was in a store, and the other guy showed up in the back and was talking to me about, it actually was related to Lou. It was stuff like that. They're actually surprisingly close. But yeah, so that's about it for this week, considering, yeah, I mean, especially since I have two assholes who I divide my main time to, as well as Aaron, who I've talked about on my actual blog before, but not on here, because similar to Apollon and some others, I don't see him really during the summer. I see him during the, basically from midsummer to Yule. So that's pretty much, yeah. I'm a dork. And then occasionally I'll see some others. And then there are the kids who are wonderful, and I need to be making shit for them, especially because I love them so much. And they're amazing, and I love them. And I'm basically about to sign off to you so I can spend some more time with them. Alright, have a wonderful week, Internet. I'm sorry that this is basically a day late for me, considering I try to get these done on Sunday.